afternoon, Shirley.
Hi
How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are
Oh,
you?
good. And we've got some marvelous guests today.
Very
As you
excited.
can see, it's very,
Yes.
very good to eat.
Vegetables.
It's going to be a good message. Alrighty.
Okay.
We are sisters sharing our heart with you.
Welcome to our show today. And we have some special things to share with you today. And I would love for Mary Ann, our special guest, to introduce your daughter.
Hi, this is my daughter Kateri Zamastel, and she's 24 years old, and we live in Temecula, and she is a graduate of Temecula Unified School District, Temecula Valley Unified School District, who've been wonderful. She's had a beautiful special education experience.
Wonderful.
She's had a lot of support, and now she's in an adult day program, and that's for people with special needs that are adults over 22.
Very good.
That's
Very
Yes.
good.
wonderful.
Yes.
So glad you're here today.
Thank you for joining us. We
Yes.
have some special information to share with our guests today
Mm-hmm.
about your ministry that you do. You both do, yeah?
Yep.
And she had a special scripture, didn't she?
Oh, yes.
That Marianne wanted to share with us today.
That's
Yes.
And it's from Corinthians.
1 Corinthians 13, the
That-
love chapter.
That's right. And I thought it was pertaining because a lot of what we're experiencing, you have to have patience.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
And love never gives up. Love never loses faith, is always hopeful, and endures through every circumstance.
Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Thank you so
scripture.
much for
Thank
sharing.
you.
Appreciate that. And we want to start with Kateri first. Is that
Okay.
correct?
Yes.
Or you introduced your daughter. No, actually, I want you to share about your family.
Okay.
A little bit about your family first.
Okay, all right. I have 4 children. They're all adults. I've got a son that lives in Portland with his wife, Courtney. And then I've got my daughter, JoJo, who's married to Mark Truex. And they have 2 little darling girls named Marcella and little Bonnie. Little bitty Bonnie, I call her. Little bitty Bonnie, so cute. And then I've got Patrick, who's a barber, and he does hair, and he does a
Oh.
wonderful job. And then I had my 4th little one, is Kateri,
Aw.
and I named her after Saint Kateri Tekahuitha, because Saint Kateri was an emblem of love and care and understanding, and was just an all-around good person.
Oh, wonderful.
Very sweet.
And an American Indian, our first American
Oh.
Indian saint. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and then I have my husband Bill Tams, and he is stepdad and daddy and all the good things to Kateri,
Oh.
and he helps me raise her, and he takes good care of her.
Oh, so sweet.
And my son, Bill's son, Kenny, who's also my son, and he lives in Las Vegas, and he handles trainers, things that train the military how to,
Oh,
with
wow.
simulators. I like
Okay,
to call them simulators.
Simulators. Okay.
Yes,
Very good.
and that's our family.
Very
Wonderful.
nice. Wow. I
Yes.
love that. Thank you for sharing. Sounds like a beautiful family.
Yes,
They are.
yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, Kateri, I wanted to ask you a question. Do you like going to the garden with your mom?
Yes.
Yes. Tell me why.
So I would do the spring broom and do the shed, and I do water butterfly garden, and then also I do water little boxes, and I help Cindy do the vegetables.
Okay. Very good. That sounds like fun. All of those things sound fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is-
Vegetable.
Is Cindy one of the ones, friends of yours that helps all the time in the garden?
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
Cindy is actually one of our treasured volunteers.
Oh.
And she is dedicated and committed. and she's a retired school teacher
Oh, how
from
wonderful.
the Val Verde School
Oh,
District.
wonderful.
And it was
Oh,
kind of
nice.
through word of mouth. She landed on our gate step. And she's been just wonderful because she's very good with the kids. She's very organized, and she knows about gardening. She's like triple terrific.
Oh,
Oh, that is wonderful.
Yes.
That is
Very nice.
wonderful. All right, Kateri, I have a question for you. Okay. What do you like at the garden when you are there? What is your favorite thing to do?
I would do coloring with. I had a friend for my new job coach. Her name is Detrina.
Okay.
Yep.
She's from Carolite.
For Karai,
Yes.
and we do help her to learn about like do like activities.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Right?
Okay.
And then you guys together are doing more gardening type activities.
Mm-hmm.
very
Okay.
good.
So you're both learning more about the garden,
Yes.
and you really like doing that.
Yes.
Awesome. That is wonderful. Thank you, Kateri.
Thank you.
Okay.
I think you are next.
Okay.
Number two.
With Mom?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. We're going to get this down. Asking questions for 2 people. This is a new thing for me. Help me.
It's
All
not
right.
as easy as it looks.
Yeah, I know. Mary Ann, Cultivating Inclusion is a wonderful name. Okay? It's very unique.
Yes, it is.
I've not really heard the 2 of those words go together before.
Yeah.
Okay? And for your ministry that you have there. Share more about that with us, how that came to be, that name, and elaborate
Yes.
on
Okay.
it, please.
I'm going to elaborate because I didn't come up with it. It actually was born out of 2 ladies, Samantha Morton and Julia, I think she's going Corona now. Anyway, Julia and Samantha thought they had a lot of ties to the city of Murrieta because they're both very involved in the special education programs that their kids were in. Okay,
Okay.
and one of them is now a professional advocate. Her name's
Oh,
Samantha.
wonderful.
Anyway, so we're
Wonderful.
talking college-educated ladies that were associated with the city of Murrieta, and they're the ones that came up with that name because it's all about including
Yes.
our young people or old people. It's everyone with
everybody.
special needs.
Okay.
And being involved in their community because they are part of our community.
Yes.
And they've been, sometimes they're sidelined. They don't have to be, but sometimes they are because the problem is they depend, especially for transportation,
Yes.
they depend on other people.
Yes.
Yes.
More than
yes.
the rest of us maybe.
Right,
do,
right, yeah.
So these people come, they're mostly people are involved in day programs after the age of 22, and they have to go to job locations
Yes, okay.
to do their volunteer
All right.
and vocational learning. Okay.
Okay.
So we're just kind of like that. We
Okay.
are a job site location. Number 1, the most important thing for day programs, that they have a place to come to.
Very
Okay.
good.
That they are welcomed with open
Yes,
arms,
yes.
with a smile, with a with the absolute excited they come,
Yes.
that they're here,
Yes.
that we're glad to know them, and people respond to that. People respond to a smile and an openness and a willingness. They know
Of
when they're
course.
wanted.
Yes.
So that's a fun thing for us, and having clients, visitors, I call them, but they come from the day programs and from the school district, because what
Oh.
happens in the school districts, you are part of the school district until age 22.
Okay.
Oh,
So,
interesting.
From
Wonderful.
18 to 22,
Yes.
after you've got that certificate of completion
Uh-huh.
at the high school, you're 18 just like everyone else, and you
Yeah.
go to the graduation ceremonies and you get the certificate of completion. Then you can go to the adult transition program for 4 years.
Oh,
So
Okay.
wonderful.
we get young people, they're adults because they're over 18.
Sure.
We get young people from there as well.
Oh, how wonderful.
From Murrieta School District, hopefully again from Temecula. We're hoping starting in August again because COVID kind of knocked everybody off their tracks.
Yeah.
And also Lake Elsinore from
Oh,
those
wow.
3 school districts.
Okay. So can other surrounding?
Absolutely.
Everybody's welcome to
Oh,
do this.
everybody is welcome.
So they can come from
if
an
they're-
hour away and
Yes,
come.
if they're
Okay.
willing to get the
Okay.
kids there, we are willing to open our
Sweet.
doors, our gates to them.
Good.
So you're a nonprofit.
Yes,
Okay.
completely nonprofit, and got a number that you have, and we are also part of Amazon Smile, which is
Oh.
another thing. Smile, yeah. Amazon Smile gives a small donation when you buy. You can pick a charity, and we're on that list. And let me tell you, that was not
Oh.
easy to do. It took a
I
while.
bet not.
It took a while, but we're on the list for Amazon Smile, Cultivating Inclusion, Inc.
Okay.
Period.
That is
And
wonderful.
we're there, and our address, and
So we'll have
That's
to
a-
put all this information at the end of our show.
Yes,
so
we
that people
will.
will have that.
yes, we
Yes.
will.
Very,
Okay.
very good.
Okay.
So, I think it might be your turn. Is it
Mm-hmm.
your turn or is it?
I think we have you need to have one with mom.
Oh, it is harder to do.
Yeah,
with two
we're
people.
doubling up here.
Doubling. We're trying to make it fair. Okay, so Mom, how did you acquire the land and the fruit tree grove, just in case others would like to start something in their area?
Okay,
How was that
well,
done?
that was done through those connections of those original ladies, Samantha
Okay.
Morton
Okay.
and Julia Corona. And because they knew how to mix and mingle with the city and get to know people, and because they presented themselves in a good way, a positive way, made a good argument for this, the city said, we have got an old community farm area that if you want to utilize it for this reason, you can have it for $1 a year. We lease it.
Wow.
From the
Wow,
city
that's so
of
beautiful.
Murrieta.
Yay!
And
What
we're
a
so
wonderful
thrilled. It really is. And it's about 3 acres. It's
Oh,
almost
yes.
3 acres. And it's just a wonderful thing that we're able to have that.
And you
Because
have the-
we'd
you
be
have
in
the
trouble if we didn't
trees,
have a
too.
place
Fruit trees.
to have it. Yep.
Is that including the?
That's
fruit trees?
true. That 3 acres is also including those
Fruit
citrus trees.
Wow.
You've
Yes.
got a mini farm up there. That's
Yes, we
wonderful.
do.
Productive mini farm.
And those citrus trees are so wonderful in that we've had trouble getting consistency with help and getting things organized over these years, and those things will come back. They just come back
Yes.
at Christmas time.
Yes.
You get those tangerines. You get them for at least 3 months.
The best
Yes.
Christmas
Yes.
present
Yeah,
ever.
yeah,
Right?
because and orange trees, because especially if they're older orange trees, they got wonderful fruit.
right.
So
Yes.
we're blessed to have that.
Yes. Very blessed.
So do you want to ask Katrina her question? Then
Kateri?
I'll ask her. Kateri.
Yep.
Why do they call you Katrina?
Her job coach is Katrina.
Oh,
Maybe you
that's
heard it
right.
there.
Okay.
There you go.
Yep.
All right. Did I already do this one? Do you water the plants in the butterfly garden?
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Well, I saw the animals. I saw rabbits, lizards, and
Yeah.
yeah.
And insects, other insects, yeah, and animals.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Do you with the butterflies? Do they come like caterpillars or are they butterflies?
First caterpillars, huh?
Yes.
First the caterpillars.
Yes.
Then the
What
butterflies.
colors are your butterflies?
It's orange.
Orange.
Those are the most striking
Oh,
ones, huh?
how
Orange,
beautiful.
black, and brown.
Wow.
A lot of yellow.
Yellow.
Ooh,
I
Yellow
know
too?
yellow's involved there too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they,
that's-
they fly around you. Have you had any land on you?
No.
No, not yet.
well, maybe
I
if you
always-
sit still and put
Yeah,
your feet.
I always
Oh.
do this when the butterflies are flying around. I'm
Yeah.
like, don't land
Yeah.
on me.
Sometimes they've
Pick
landed in
me.
people's hands.
They
Oh,
do.
yes.
If you're quiet and just sit still.
I was watering the other day, speaking of animals, I hope this is okay.
Sure.
And I called her over, but I think it left by. I had a hummingbird as close as I've ever been to a hummingbird the
Oh,
other day. He
I've
just stayed over there. I'm watering the Swiss chard, but they had flowered, gone to flower, and that little guy was just there so close. I've never been that close
Oh,
to
how-
a
how-
hummingbird. So
how
that was a
exciting
thrill.
that would be.
That was a thrill.
Very special.
Well, I have a question for you. Do your friends ever come to your garden?
Yes.
And how often?
Well, Jordan, he's doing the pull weeds.
He pulls the weeds?
Yes.
Some of the
Okay.
people like to pull weeds, thank God.
Okay.
I know, right?
That's wonderful.
Go,
Yes,
Jonathan.
Thank the Lord for that.
So are you teaching him anything about the garden?
Yes.
What do you teach him?
Well, I'm gonna show him about, do like pull it out.
Okay.
And you're gonna use it in the orange bucket.
And you show them where the shovels are in the
Yes.
shed.
Yes.
Okay.
Because we do the mulch. Mulch helps keep down the weeds. Helps
Yeah.
keep down the weeds.
There you go.
So do you put mulch out in the garden?
Yes.
Does your friend help you do that?
No, I'm gonna do it by myself.
Oh, you do it by yourself. He kind of watches, huh?
Yes.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
okay. Do you have any other friends that come to your garden?
Well, I had a friend from my school.
Okay.
We went to Temecula Valley, and I had a friend, Jacob and Trey.
Oh, and they came to your garden.
Yes.
Well, what
Oh,
did they
yeah.
do?
Where we do water, and then
Okay.
we do sweet broom in
Okay.
the shed.
Now,
And they
do,
pick some.
do they
pick
ever
veggies.
pick fruits and vegetables?
Yes.
Okay, and what do you do with them when you pick them? Do you have to wash them off, or
Brush it off, yes.
and they go where then? In a basket, or
In the basket.
okay, and get ready so you can give them out.
And
to
then
people.
use a bucket.
Okay.
Yep, and we get them to the food bank.
In the food bank.
Yeah, and do you help when you do that? at the
Yes.
food bank?
Mhm.
Wow, sounds wonderful. Okay, I think we're back at Mom again, and I'll do her question, and then I guess you'll do her question.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? Okay. I know that you're probably looking for helpers all the time, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Who can help, and how do they connect with you?
Okay. I tell people, because a lot of people are on Facebook. I hope
Right.
most people are on Facebook. I do have a website, and that's www.cultivatinginclusionfarm.com, and that's got basic my phone number. And on Facebook, I probably upload pictures and information twice a week.
Good.
And it's also all the information. All you have to do is go to the page, like it, and all that information is there. The phone number, the times that we're there when we're open.
Oh, that's good.
And
That's good to know.
I've got a waiver that people fill out if they want to be a volunteer, and so that everything's good with the city of Murrieta. And we would just love to have you. And it really isn't. There's not an age. What's the word? Anybody can come. Is what I'm saying. It's
Okay.
all ages.
So do you have regular volunteers?
Yes.
And so do you have a schedule set up?
Yes,
or-
I do. I have a schedule. And because we want to mostly, our top priority in the summer, fall, winter, spring is our day programs.
Okay.
Because they meet all year round. It's not like the school calendar where the kids are out for a couple of months in the summer.
Right, right.
So they meet all, year long. So what I do when we're in full operation is mornings.
Okay.
Monday through Thursday, 9 till noon, maximum noon, okay? And Friday, I haven't got somebody right now that is committed to do that 9 to noon for Fridays. Because the person that does help us water, she works too, so
Okay.
she's got to go with her schedule.
Sure.
And so
So we can-
weekends are not,
Weekends, I have people kind of maintaining the farm, and I appreciate them. I get someone over there to water because that's absolutely imperative during the summer especially,
Oh, yes.
and the early fall, because it's hot then too.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
very
Oh, yeah.
hot.
So no,
Yeah.
we have people on the weekends, and then I do sometimes special events like the
Oh.
Mormon Church, the Latter-day Saints of Jesus Christ. They have been unbelievably consistent and hardworking. They were here last week and worked 3 days in that heat.
Wow.
And did a terrific job mulching and putting cardboard. It was, they had to move the mulch, put the cardboard, wet it down, then put the mulch back on top.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So
yeah.
that was a tremendous
hard
job.
work.
Yes, it was very hard work. So they did that
Yeah.
for us.
So you say you have a shed and stuff. Do you have
Mm-hmm.
any form of security that kind of oversees or protects your?
No,
Property,
we
or how's
don't.
that work?
It is part of the. It's actually behind the Alta Murrieta Sports Park.
Okay.
So, because a lot of the community farms, if you've heard about them before, I know I'm from Cerritos, all the way from Cerritos, an hour and a half away.
Oh,
And when
wow.
I was a kid, they always had the community farms under the wires, you know, like the
Oh.
what do you call?
Electrical ones?
Yes, but what we're
Oh.
not really under that, we are under towers for the cell phone towers are over in the corner. So we're behind the sports park and the baseball field, and that's where we're at.
Okay.
So we're we haven't had really that much happen. We really haven't. We've been very, very blessed.
Oh, that's wonderful.
But we do have a locked big shed, like a big,
Right.
it's like a huge, what would you call that? Like a safe. It's metal, very hot in the summer,
Oh.
and we lock that up. And
Is
we've
it like
got
a
gates.
container or something?
Yes, maybe
Yeah.
you could call it a container. You can
Yeah.
walk in there and stuff. That's where I keep all my supplies. We keep all our little tools, our big tools, just everything that we need. If I feel like it's might be compromised, I keep it in the shed.
So, being a nonprofit and doing what you're
Mm-hmm.
doing, do you have to keep volunteer hours to turn into anyone, so they know the city or?
And now, you know what? I know what you're talking about
Yeah.
because we have to do that for my other volunteer that
Yes.
I do, St. Vincent de Paul. That because it's for Feeding America,
Okay.
and because I don't get, I think this might be it. I don't get a consistent anything. I haven't been asked to keep consistent how many hours, but I could give it to them. I mean, this is pretty much. I'm there when I go, like today, 9 to noon, 3
Yeah.
hours, and then I'll be Thursday. Thursday I'm going right now in the afternoons, but starting when our groups come back in mid-July, it's going to be 9 to noon.
Yeah.
And that's kind of our hours, mornings during the week. And I haven't been asked
So you
about
pretty
those.
much, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But
so-
I've generally given that kind of a situation to anybody that's asked when I've done grants and such.
Yes. So students that need community service, are they welcome to come?
They are welcome to
Okay.
come, and that's why I had an afternoon program. And if I can get some more dedicated, committed volunteers, I can get someone to come in the afternoon when they do go back to school. And I usually do events in the afternoon too.
But not the weekend, usually.
Not if I can help it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
if
you
I
need-
can help.
You need a little time off, I guess.
Yeah,
right?
because I do the other volunteer too.
Right.
So
Yes.
yeah.
You're a busy girl.
So,
Yeah.
so are you overseer of this organization, or are the other two gals?
No,
That
those
started-
ladies, because they moved on to other things, they kind of, passed the torch.
Yeah.
We do have one lady that started originally with those ladies, and I think the idea got born in October of 2014. I came on board after I retired, which was December 2014, after working with the state of California for 34 years. I
Wow.
retired, and in 2015, April, I started helping.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I decided I really wasn't the type to sit at home, and I do not golf. And then there was
It's like you retire,
Yeah.
but you work maybe harder
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah, but that's
But
okay.
it's a different kind of work.
It's a different kind of
Totally
thing.
different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there's nobody with a watch going, okay, you were supposed to be here at
Exactly.
8 o'clock,
Right.
and it's now 8:02.
Yeah.
So we do have a
Exactly.
problem that we need to discuss. See, I'm so glad I'm done with that.
Yes, wonderful.
And you had mentioned when we were sharing, I went over, actually got to go over and look at the.
Oh, awesome.
She sure did.
Yes. Oh, it's beautiful. Just beautiful. You mentioned
Yeah.
that you do have like a little board of people that help you.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
With
the
decision-making?
And yeah, commitments, absolutely. Yes, we do. We have Barbara Lucas,
Mhm.
and she's the lady that comes on Sundays, and
Okay.
and she's very knowledgeable about gardening. She gives us advice, and she's like a co-garden manager.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And there's also Doreen Camerata, and Doreen Camerata is one of the original people
Oh, wow.
from October
Oh.
of 2014. She still helps us, but now she's working a little part-time, so that's why. And she's got 2 children with special needs,
Okay.
you know, and so her time is, she's a busy lady.
Yeah.
So but she does come on Fridays, and she's committed to that, but we just can't get a specific time for her
Yes.
because of her schedule.
Yeah.
And then I've got Karen Ellis, who's also on our board, and she's a co-garden manager, and we get blessed with these people that like to garden,
Yes,
first
yes.
off, and she does a lot of our starters. She starts them at home,
Oh.
and then she
Oh,
brings them to the
wonderful.
farm. She had just got us a whole bunch of pumpkins. It looks fabulous.
Oh.
She also gave me some cucumbers, nasturtiums.
Oh my goodness.
You have to come
Yeah.
and see the garden.
Yeah,
I will
she
definitely make
does
a
some
trip
beautiful
up.
Yes.
things, and she is very absolutely necessary. She has committed to Mondays.
Uh-huh.
She's and she's Mrs. Karen Ellis. Her husband Patrick Ellis is the president of the Chamber of Commerce of both Murrieta / Wildemar.
My goodness.
So that always helps to have a little
Wonderful.
bit of people that know people.
Yes.
that kind of
That's
thing.
very helpful.
Yes, it is.
With
Yes.
your organization.
Yes.
And you've even had some a few master gardeners. I think you had mentioned.
Yes, we did, and they gave us some really good advice
Yes.
because we were suffering about a year and a half ago. Oh, it was touch and go there, but we're doing better because we made some false. You make decisions,
Right.
Yeah.
and it just didn't work out, and it was very close to not happening anymore, and then they came and gave us hope
Good.
without spending a lot of
Wonderful.
money. Well, you need to do this, and you need to get somebody in here to do that. No, they really gave us just some
Good.
practical
Practical
advice,
advice.
and I'm forever grateful
Yes.
to Janice Rossner for helping us, and Thurman Howard that helped us a lot. And then we've also got Judy Sunderman, who's helping us still right now.
Oh.
She's from the Rose Society. She's the president of the Temecula
Oh, wow.
Valley Rose Association. I
Oh,
think that's
wonderful.
it. Yes, over
Actually,
there on
yeah.
Jedediah Smith and Inez, I believe.
I've actually gone to
Or-
a few meetings. I have not
Yeah.
been able to commit to anything like anything extra, but yes.
Yes.
Beautiful.
So we've
beautiful.
got, and they know what they're talking
Yeah.
about, and
Yes.
we take their advice.
That's really
Yeah.
wonderful.
And they really got us back to where we had hope that we could continue.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it's been awesome.
So you welcome master gardeners or anybody that will come and
Absolutely,
help give you
totally,
some
because
help.
that's my forte is more in resourcefulness
Yes.
and commitment
Yes.
and
Yeah.
and hanging out with people with special needs.
There you go. Everybody's got their gifts.
Everybody
Yes,
has their gifts,
right.
absolutely.
We all have to work together,
Absolutely.
make it beautiful. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Do you have another question for her, or
For which one?
for Mom,
For Mom.
Marianne?
Oh, okay. So I don't think, did we do about the fruit trees? Yeah?
We kind of talked about the
little bit,
grove
a little
a little
bit,
bit
but
when we were
You have a
gifted.
big area of
Yes,
trees.
yes.
Yeah.
We were gifted along with this, the flat section, which is what we probably most utilize,
Yeah.
especially right now. Because
Right.
we've got people with special needs, and some people are very overweight, some people aren't 100% healthy. They might have asthma
Yeah.
or a condition, a heart condition. A lot of
Yes.
people with Down syndrome.
Yes.
you know, they've got delicate constitutions.
Sure.
So we're not going to be climbing up to the hills.
Because it is a hill.
It is a hill, and
I
it's
saw it.
thick.
I didn't go up it. But
Yeah,
I
but
saw it.
but you're looking at it and
Yeah.
you're thinking it's not a big deal
Oh.
until you go up it,
And then you
it's like,
realize.
yeah, it's steep. So
You have helpers then with that.
correct, and
Okay.
we got young people. We've
Good.
got some really young people that are
Yeah.
peer buddies
Good.
that are able and willing, and then of course the people from the LDS church. They've been wonderful. We had some Marines go up there.
Oh,
They did a bunch of
wow.
trenches.
Oh, nice.
That's what you kind of need. We had a whole battalion one time. It was
Oh,
so
that's
great.
amazing. I
Yeah,
love
they
it.
called me out of the clear blue. And oh, we've had so many wonderful. Oh, we've also got another. I want to talk. Don't let me forget to talk about another church that
Well,
really
jump
helped
in
us.
there.
Yeah,
Okay,
tell
us
is
now.
it okay?
Oh, go
Yes,
for
yes,
it.
we don't-
Okay.
We don't lose track.
Okay, this group, oh gosh, I can't remember. Oh, the Vines Christian Fellowship.
Oh, yes. That's,
The Vines Christian
Yes.
Fellowship called me up. Now, this is what I'm saying about people that have a personality to attract people because they know how to talk to people.
right.
And our one of our original founders talked to a woman, and her name's Mickey.
Yes.
And Mickey,
Mickey's my friend.
oh my gosh,
Yes.
what's her last name?
Oh, gosh.
Not classic. It's not classic, is it? No,
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 no.
it's not.
it's an easy last name.
Let me see if I have it down here. I
Anyway.
should know that, but it's not coming up.
She called.
Oh, Mickey Bowers.
Yes, Mickey Bowers didn't
Yeah.
call. She emailed Cultivating Inclusion, which is the email I handle or I see first, right?
Mhm.
And she says, Julia, meaning Julia Corona, I remember talking to you years ago, and you were so nice. We have a new ministry called Christian. It's church, I should say. Christian Vines Ministry.
Yeah.
I want to get it
Yeah.
right. They're out there in
Vine-
wine
yeah, Vines
country.
Christian Fellowship, yeah.
Christian Fellowship.
Fellowship.
Thank
Yes,
you.
Yes.
Thank you.
It's a
Christian.
beautiful church.
It is a beautiful church. And she called, and well, she didn't call, she emailed me first. And I was so excited because she says, we want to have a garage sale, and we want to donate all the proceeds to Cultivating Inclusion, because I remember you, Julia, being so kind and took time to talk to me about your mission and your goal, and we believe in it. And we're just starting to get going with this church. It's out in wine country.
Yes.
And we really want to help you out. So they put together, and they got a lot of help from Barbara Lucas. She was very helpful with that. One of our co-garden managers. She comes on Sundays. And they did a huge garage sale. And I was
Huge.
I was so we were totally blown away. They gave us $3,500
Oh,
Wow.
from a garage sale.
that's
That is
wonderful.
And that was just
Yes.
unbelievable.
Yay.
And we really appreciate. I mean, that just happened. And that
Wow.
I take every opportunity seriously.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that she emailed me, because a lot of
Yes.
people don't even get to their emails, but I check that email because, there might be that call. And we also got a lady, I don't even know how she heard about us, but she called me up and said, my granddaughter has special needs. And I read about your garden. And she's an older lady, and she says she lives way up in Rancho Cucamonga, and she says, I'd like to send you $200.
Oh,
Which was so sweet.
Oh, no kidding.
So that's without,
God
I'm not-
always provides.
Yes,
He knows the
yes.
need, and He always
Yes.
provides. Somebody
and
always,
we've also got a volunteer. He comes about once a month or once every 2 or 3 weeks, and he's from her church.
Oh.
And he comes out and helps, and he'll do the big time help, which is the pulling the weeds help, which not very many people like to do. And he's been wonderful. His name was
Aw.
Liddell, and this other
Oh,
lady sent us a check. It was
wonderful.
just beautiful.
Yeah,
just,
from
and
all
that's,
over the place. I love that when
Yeah.
everybody's just working together.
yeah, and you're not calling
You do-
because the one
yeah.
thing I don't like to do is fundraise. I
Yeah,
don't like to
right.
call people. I
Yeah.
don't like to hello, and that kind of, I don't like to do that. I know some people are good at it,
Yeah.
but I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these have just kind of fallen into our lap. It's been so wonderful.
Yeah. God always provides.
Yes.
That
doesn't
is great.
Yes.
That is so
Yeah.
great.
And Mickey, can I just say again,
Yes.
Mickey is a
Mickey,
wonderful
beautiful.
human being. I mean, she
Aw.
just, and she had a tea party, right, Mother's Day tea party.
Yes.
And
Oh, you were there?
I was there.
I was there too.
Oh my God, Kateri and I were there.
Okay.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Yep. She had this beautiful tea party, perfectly executed, completely organized. I was totally impressed. And it was just a lovely time. And everybody talked about their mother, and it was very
Yeah,
sweet.
it was
wasn't
very
How
sweet.
wonderful.
Isn't
Yeah.
that sweet?
Yep.
That is wonderful. That is
Yeah, we did.
wonderful.
Pastor Mario was the one that said, Mickey knows Mary Ann from Cultivating Inclusion. I didn't know what Cultivating Inclusion was at the very beginning, and so he said, because we did a pastor's perspective with Pastor Mario.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so and then we always ask the pastors, do you have any suggestions of who might want to share their ministry with
God
us?
bless
And with
him.
Yes, God bless him.
He is
He's
a nice
amazing.
man. He came out. They came out one, and not only they came out one Saturday and helped and worked.
Yes. Yes.
Fabulous.
I know, they're such an amazing church. I
Isn't
love-
it wonderful
love
when
them.
community comes together?
Yes.
Oh yes.
It's like God opens a door and he just sits back
And
and,
it's-
watches to see what you guys are all going to
And
do.
it's a community oftentimes with, the backdrop is Jesus, is
Right.
loving one
Yeah.
another
Loving one another,
and
yeah.
is
helping each other.
helping each other, helping
Right.
our vulnerable citizens.
Yes.
And I just think it's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, you're being God's hands and feet.
Right, there you go. Hands and
You
feet of
are.
Jesus, yeah.
You are. You're working with your hands, and you're out there,
Right.
and then you're taking it and delivering it to where it's most needed.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And
So
there's-
lots of needs are being met.
And it doesn't
through this
matter. It's
ministry.
like
Yeah.
it's non-denominational. It's
Right.
like it doesn't
Oh,
matter
yes.
who you are. It's like
It
people
is
are
very
coming together
Yep.
Right.
It's
because they love
non-denominational.
people
Right.
Yes.
and they're
Right.
willing to want to work
Yes.
hard
Alongside each
to
other.
bring
yeah.
these kind of things
Yep.
That's
to life
Right. That's right.
so that they can feed people.
Yes.
Which
Absolutely.
it's a spiritual, physical
Yeah.
thing.
Sure is.
Really, it is.
Oh yeah.
'Cause
I totally agree. I just kind of always liked helping other people and
Yes.
and doing that, and it's just funny that I had her because that was my little piece de resistance, as I call it, because I thought I was done, but I wasn't
Yeah.
having
No.
babies because I got kids the same age as your
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
I thought I was done, but I wasn't, and
God had a special gift
yes,
for
and
you.
what's so funny
Yes.
is I really, because of I'm 61, so because of that, I grew up where you didn't see people with disabilities
Yeah.
that very often.
Yeah.
It was extremely rare.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
In Idaho, I'm not sure you see a lot of people right now
Yeah.
because
no.
I've been up there, and that's why I love California. By the way, I love California. California to me is kind of a melting pot place, and I like that about it. It's
It
got a lot
is.
of problems, but I like the melting pot part
Yeah.
of it.
Part of it. Yeah.
And it's-
And I never was around people with disabilities. But then as soon as I had Kateri, and I wasn't real happy at first because I was
Didn't know what to
disappointed
do. Right.
and all of that. But a friend of mine from the Latter-day Saints, because she had a daughter with Down syndrome, who's 6 months older than her.
Oh, wow.
And I was expecting Kateri. See, I knew ahead of time. That
Uh-huh.
was the whole thing.
Yes.
And she goes, Marianne, I wasn't excited either, but I tell you this, once you have her, you're done. You're over. You're gonna be
Right.
so in love, so devoted,
Yep.
so happy.
A special gift.
That's
to you.
right. Then you're gonna see
Yes.
that gift in action.
Yes.
And she
Yeah.
was 110% right.
Yes.
Aw,
So
don't
it
you
was
love
a great
that?
thing.
So
It
how do you
really
like being
was.
a special gift?
I think she loves the attention.
I
Yes.
know, we're the best
I
of
would too.
buddies.
I would too.
We are. And
Yes.
somebody said to me too, Marianne, you don't like being alone, and now you don't have to be ever.
There you
I
go.
says, yes, that's true.
Very
you
nice.
go.
Very
Well, I
sweet.
have a question for Kateri. Tell me what your favorite vegetable is.
Broccoli.
Oh, broccoli! Yay
We
for
love
broccoli.
I know, right?
So why is that your favorite vegetable out of all the vegetables? Why do you like it so much?
It's green.
Green, okay.
That's a
And
great
then
reason.
I like frozen food.
Okay.
Oh,
So
frozen, yeah.
it tastes good, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, so do you not like the other vegetables so much?
I just like broccoli.
Oh, okay, a little bit.
It's very
not so much.
healthy for you. Broccoli
Yes,
is
It
very
broccoli,
good.
that's
You
the
know
best
what?
one
It's a
you
good
could pick.
deal.
That's
It's a good
yep,
deal,
that's
yes.
for sure.
I mostly like pickles.
Pickles.
Oh, yeah, you
that comes from the
Yes,
cucumber.
Yes, there you go. Look at
That
that.
comes from a
Doesn't that
cucumber.
look like it would be a pickle?
No,
Yeah.
I like pickles with a hamburger.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
But
But
it
you
starts
know-
out here.
You know, my mom taught me, she had a garden. We had a huge garden.
Yeah.
And we had a fruit orchard too for a while.
Me too.
And so I learned how to make sweet pickles and dill pickles.
Yummy.
And I still can make them to this day.
Mm.
And I love it. There's nothing like the fresh
Oh
ones.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, my mom
yes.
used to do those too, and they're fantastic.
Oh, they are.
Yes.
They are.
Wow.
So that's good. You like pickles, which come from the cucumber. Okay. That's
We
good.
found out another vegetable.
I know.
That's exciting.
Yeah. Okay, do you have another question
Yeah,
for
for
her?
Kateri, yes. And when is Care Right going to start again?
And they said in July.
And July.
July.
Middle of July.
Okay,
they're
so that's
opening
coming up soon.
So what is that? Tell me what that means.
Care Right.
What care right means. What is care right?
It's called like the name of an office.
Okay.
That's right. They have an
Okay.
office,
Okay.
and it's kind of a day program for
Oh.
people with special needs.
Okay.
Right? And it's funded by the state of California,
Okay.
which is
Okay.
another reason I love the state of California. Very benevolent with, really, it's a caring, it's absolutely wonderful. It really is. If they didn't have a day program, people would be at home all the time. Or they'd be at a group home all the time, and they wouldn't be getting out, and they wouldn't get to meet people and talk to people, and get a Starbucks, and exercise, and get outside, which is huge, just to be
Yeah.
outside in that
Yes.
sunshine.
So they
Yes.
have transportation
Yes.
provided for them?
Oh, that's
Yes.
nice.
Well,
They
the
bring
job
a group?
coaches right now, the job coaches pick up their clients
Okay.
and the kids. And they go to different job site locations, which
So
are
they-
all volunteers.
Okay, and so they come to your place.
Yes.
How
we're,
often?
We're a job. Hopefully every day they'll come back.
Oh, nice.
Monday
Wonderful.
through Friday. We're hoping.
Okay.
Very good.
And do they work as long as the 3-hour
Right.
period?
Right. Well, what happens is they go to different job locations,
Okay.
different volunteer day program locations.
Okay.
Okay. And they spend between half an hour or an hour at each one.
Okay.
Yeah. And right now they're kind of starting out slow. It used to be from 8 to 1, and right now, because they're just getting back into it, it's going to be 8 to noon.
Okay.
And sometimes, once in a while, because of the vocational aspect of the day program, people do get a paying job, because they're
Oh.
exposed
Nice.
to different places,
Yes.
and somebody
Uh-huh.
might have a good fit for them.
Yes.
Because what they're going to get is they're going to get somebody completely dedicated to showing up, which is a huge problem in the community. People getting a job is one thing, but them actually showing up there on a consistent basis, it seems to be problematic for some reason. So, but I believe folks that are in the day program that have special needs, if they can get themselves there, that commitment, they will be there. We have some people in our community right now that I happen to know work at Lowe's.
Okay.
yeah.
People with autism, high functioning autism.
Awesome.
Some people drive.
Wow.
Yeah, some people
That's
drive with
amazing
high
to know
functioning
that.
autism. Yes.
That's
Her
wonderful.
respite, I have respite, and she comes over and they play cards together.
Aw.
She drives. drives herself
Wow.
over. She's got
How
high.
about Alice?
And well, Alice was your respite. I used to have a lady, was her respite lady. Oh, well, since she was born, excuse me.
That's okay.
Since she was born.
Wow.
And Alice took, would have her and take care of her.
Oh.
But Alice, she's got so
Nice.
many grandkids now. She's
Yeah.
moved on. But that was just recently. But we had Alice in our life, and she's still in our life. She
Sure.
still visits her.
Sure.
But not under the auspices of respite.
So Alice, she has a new kids, Danny, Forney.
Yeah.
She's married to Emily, and Marie. She's married to
Alice
Jeffrey.
is a beautiful person.
Jeffrey,
Wow.
right? Jeffrey.
Yeah, she's a school teacher too.
And Arlene, she's in.
And he's a school teacher. The couple is.
Oh.
I find that people that are teachers, maybe because it's kind of
It's a
like
calling.
it is
It's
a calling. I
yeah.
think and I don't think volunteer is that far from that calling.
Right.
Because I find them to be very understanding and patient and resourceful. All these wonderful qualities.
Yes.
Really, I'm kind of a big advocate for school teachers,
Yes.
and my sister's
Yes.
one.
Yay.
And it's true. It just they seem to have a willingness more than a
Yes.
lot of professions.
Yes.
Yes.
To help out. Yes.
So Arlene,
Oh, we're talking about the
Forney.
yeah.
she's married to Ryan. Yeah, she has great little kids.
That's
Aw.
right. So that's what I mean. Alice is a busy girl.
And Alice,
And she works.
and
Wow.
so her husband's name is Tim.
Oh, it's Tim. So you've made a lot of friends through all this.
Oh, yes.
How wonderful.
Yes.
That's kind of
beautiful.
nice, huh?
We're gonna see them. We're gonna sit over soon.
Yes.
really?
And have a little slumber party.
Aw.
Wonderful.
Fun.
Oh, that's kind of fun, huh?
Yes, it is.
Wonderful. After you've worked hard in the garden,
That's
you're gonna
right.
go have a slumber party
I like
And then
that.
with your new
Tim,
friends.
well, Tim has a new family,
Okay.
and Alice is her dad, grandpa.
That's
Oh,
right.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a multi-generational experience.
Man.
And Alice's dog, Gipper.
And Gipper, yes. She
Man, you really learn a lot
And
and
Wow.
also we have
remember.
Rudy and Nugget both passed away.
Oh,
Yes,
Oh.
Rudy and Nugget. But you know what? They lived a long time.
Well, that's
But
good.
that's those
great.
darn puppy dogs, you know. They
Oh,
pass
Yeah,
away.
yeah,
they
I know.
do,
One
they
lasts
do.
Everybody-
forever.
Yeah.
Well, I had a question for you. Who gets all the produce now?
Okay.
How does that work?
It works by us picking it and harvesting it.
Okay.
We collect it and we wash it up and either I take it home and get it all ready and take it to St. Vincent de Paul, which is a nonprofit, and it's located at St. Catherine's on C Street in Santiago. It's very close to Old Town. And we have St. Vincent de Paul, and they give away food on Fridays.
Okay.
Oh, very
And
good.
we also have Community Mission of Hope that we've
Oh.
given food to, which is a
Wow.
wonderful group. I know you've heard of them, yes.
And Friday,
Yes,
we
they
have
give out food every day. It's quite a big
Oh,
operation.
Wow.
And just yesterday, our friend Karen Ellis took a bunch of squash and some other cucumbers and onions and garlic. She took that over to the Murrieta Food Bank, which is located in the Murrieta Plaza at like the 215 and Los Alamos.
Wonderful.
So they
It's
accept
amazing.
food. Yep.
It's
Wow.
amazing how
Yeah.
much your produce has just grown and developed that you can give so much away.
Yes.
That is just
Yes.
It's beautiful.
wow.
Yep.
Again, it comes
And we
back to
give the
community.
most away if you're talking pounds when our citrus is happening. 'Cause you
Oh,
can
I
imagine.
Oh
bet.
yeah. Oh,
So
Oh,
yeah,
I
we
bet.
get a bumper
love
crop. We do.
Yeah,
That is
tangerines and oranges. are
Yes, and they're so
amazing.
good.
Yes.
Those
That's
oranges are so
amazing.
good.
Amazing.
Do you have what citrus do you have?
We got all kinds of different of oranges. I mean, blood
Okay.
oranges, mandarin oranges,
Oh.
navel oranges.
Yum.
Wow.
And then we've got lemonade lemons. That you
Ooh.
make good with. It's real good with lemons, lemonade. And then we've got grapefruit.
Wow.
I can't think of the other ones. We've got a couple of, but they haven't done real well because they're they're not as hardy as citrus. Citrus
Okay.
is very
Very
hardy.
hardy.
Yeah, it is.
Is that we've got a peach tree.
Do you really?
Got a peach tree,
Wow,
but
I love peaches.
I know I do too. But
Peach and cherry don't seem to do so well here.
yeah, it's something. Well, they did well in my dad's yard. He had 39 fruit trees, but you need constant care. And I
Right.
think they're a
Yes.
little, I remember him working with them a lot. So
Yeah.
we don't have a lot of peaches, but we have those citrus things, right? You're all good with it. We're starting to get silly here.
That's okay. We
That's
we
okay.
we take silly.
Okay, good.
You're talking to two sillies right here.
Right. We're just in the old
That's
fashioned.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, I have a question for you.
Mhm.
And I want you to just pause for a minute, take a deep breath, and think about this before you answer it.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
If there was one thing, just one thing, that would make this ministry ever better, what would it be?
I think I'm gonna have to say commitment to volunteering. That's
Okay.
what we
Okay.
really need. We really need people to be there and be comfortable. And when they tell me I'm gonna be there, I need them to be there.
There you go.
That's basically
What
it.
they say they do.
Yes, 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 yes. There's what is that saying? I say what I mean and I do what I say, or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
How does that go?
I don't know how it goes.
But it's I like that. If you tell me you're
Right.
going to be there on Saturday morning,
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking people at their word. So if you can't or you don't think you can, then you say I'm going to try to be there. There's
Right.
But if
Exactly.
you say I am going to be
Right.
there, I take you at your word.
Then you come.
And that's all I ask is just that commitment.
Yeah.
And we can work together.
Yes,
We really can.
Yes. And there is a saying, which I think is really good, that could fall into this.
Yes.
And it is, don't tell me you love me. Show me you love me. So if you have love for community,
Yes.
if you have a love for helping those in need, because you don't know, one day you may be in need.
You might be
Exactly.
one of those
Okay,
people.
because what
right?
goes around comes around. I mean,
Right.
there's circle of life here, you know, and so I always think, okay, if I'm committed to something and I love doing it, then if some unforeseen thing happens, then either try to do something to help or
Right.
say I can't, so that they can plan, and so that it's really it's time spent doing something that's going to help the community. So that
Yes.
is true.
Yes.
Commitment is a huge thing.
It really
and
is.
following through, especially
Following-
the staying edge.
Following
You know?
through. It's
Following
well,
through.
I think.
Yeah.
What do you think? I was just telling you, remember in the
Yeah.
kitchen. It's how you were raised,
Yes.
and if you were raised with people that have a like mind, and I was, you say you're going to do something, that you're going to do it, and you
Right.
do it.
Yes.
Well,
and that's
yes.
just that's why I worked and I wanted to I actually why I worked all those years even with little children I felt like I had to, but I also felt like in my future I says I want to retire at an age that I can still
Yes.
enjoy retirement and
Yes.
do something for someone else.
Yes.
I always wanted to volunteer, even before I had Kateri. But I think that's just really important, and I do think that you get that from your upbringing. And I think
Yes. I
I've
agree.
I've instilled that in my own children.
Well, that's what I've taught my grandkids.
Yeah.
Let your word be your bond.
There you
Yeah.
In other words, when you say you're going to do something, don't make a promise
Yep.
if you can't do it. I mean, things happen,
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
okay, and that's okay. But if you're going to say you're going to do this, then you need to follow through, even if it's painful for you. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? It's like,
yes.
because your word is your bond.
Yes,
So,
it's
and
got
I'm
to
trying
mean
to instill
something.
that into my grandkids.
Right.
Because
Yes.
that was instilled in me by my parents.
Right.
Yes.
And my kids are like that now. You know, they don't feel entitled to anything. They've all worked hard to get
Yeah.
to where they're at.
Yes.
And they know what it is to work, and they have gardens.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm so happy that.
My daughter does.
Yeah.
Her sissy does.
Yeah.
She's got a garden. She's real good. She's thrifty. She's all those wonderful things.
Yes.
And I think you can learn that way from your parents.
Absolutely. So if you're interested
Yes.
in this nonprofit, wonderful Cultivating Inclusion Garden,
Yeah.
you know,
Yes.
be committed
Yes.
and go online. We'll put it on there
And
for
it's not a huge commitment.
Right.
We are talking about 1 day a week
Yes.
for 3 hours maximum.
There you go.
Could even be 2 hours. Sometimes the groups come and they're already gone by then.
And bring
So-
a friend and you can
Yeah.
visit
Right.
with them.
Absolutely.
You know,
it is
do your
not a
work.
huge commitment.
Yeah.
It really
Yeah.
isn't. And I wouldn't ask anyone to make, really, this is just 2 to 3 hours 1 day a week,
Right.
Monday through Friday.
Yes.
Right.
And it's in the
Right.
morning. Some people, I know a lot of people are working.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
there's a lot of younger retarees these days. A lot of
Yes.
people
There is, and they want
that
to.
used to be police officers or CHP or work for the state or work wherever. And they're already retired unless you're golfing. My girlfriend golfs, so she golfs all the time and her husband golfs all the time. Well, that's if you may not have the time, but maybe you don't golf.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of time.
But if you can't do that, you can
Yeah.
always give donations.
You can.
That will
Yes.
help the
Yes,
ministry.
buy and everybody does Amazon.
Yeah,
Everybody
that's true.
does Amazon. We don't want to, but it's so much easier than running around town. But
Yeah.
we have Cultivating Inclusion. If you assign us as your charity in Amazon Smile, we get a 5% from each. And I just got a check the other day from Amazon.
That's wonderful.
And
It's good
any
to know.
amount is great.
Yeah.
So anybody can help. Whether
Anybody
it's
can
physically in the garden.
And if you
Or
if you do
monetarily.
Amazon, and we all do,
Oh, yeah.
that's not even going to bother you.
Right.
No, it's not.
You won't
It's
even
not.
feel it.
And one thing I was thinking just popped in my head is oftentimes families are trying to find a nice way to bring their children, their whole family together
Yes.
to minister somehow over the holidays or whatever, just for that experience and to get them out there so they can learn how to serve others.
Boy
This is
Scouts
like-
have been there.
There you go. So this
They've
is like
been
a
wonderful.
perfect family
And the
opportunity.
LDS, a lot of the
Mhm.
families. We even had
Yeah.
a Catholic families group from St. Catherine's,
Mhm.
and they came out as families,
Yes.
and that was wonderful. But the LDS has been absolutely terrific with us.
Oh.
Very good.
They're
and they
hard workers.
come and they bring everything. I
Oh,
was
yeah.
I couldn't believe it. They brought everything
Yes.
themselves. I
Oh.
thought, I was gonna put this out and put that. She says, we got it.
No, we got it all taken
Wonderful.
care of. That's
It's
wonderful.
wonderful. They're
Yeah.
a wonderful group.
Well, thank you so much for joining
Yes,
us today.
thank you too.
We loved having both of you.
Yes,
Thank
it
you.
was wonderful. It was wonderful.
Yes. So we're gonna have information for you at the close of this show. So please check us out. We want you to be involved with this ministry. It's
Yes.
beautiful.
Well, thank you
Yeah.
for having us.
Oh,
You're
you're
welcome.
welcome.
Appreciate
Thank you.
Take care. God
Bye
bless.
bye. God
Bye-bye.
bless.
Okay, put it in your bag.
Everybody can have 5 shells. It's not a problem.